Well, hello friends. We just finished the 2016 annual Martha's Vineyard Striped Bass and Bluefish Derby, but some of us really like to focus on the fast fish, the false albacore and bonito that often prowl the shoreline. However, this year, the shore fishing was pretty slow most of the time. Of course, the scenery was beautiful, the weather was great, but we had to spend a lot of time out there casting time after time, hunting up a few fast fish. So for a while, we just had to think about the previous year, which was pretty great as far as the shore fishing went for albies and bonito. Last year, as you can see in this video clip, Jack hooked up really early on a good albie, and we had a great time early on. Even before the derby started last year, the fish were running real good in a number of our favorite spots. We were able to weigh in a couple of fish during the derby, pick up a couple of pins. But this year, again, right at the beginning, I think we were just basking in previous years. We did have some great days the last few years, including some terrific albie catches, a few prize-winning bonito catches, but it's 2016 and we have to get back on the beach. And after a while, we were fortunate. We put our first albie on the beach, had a great time, released him to fight again another day. Then we moved over to Chappaquiddick, where there's some good water, lots of great spots to fish over there. And we took our time checking out several of the places that often pay off. And again, we were fortunate. We weren't catching a lot, but we'd pick up one here and there. We headed back up to the Lobsterville area, picked up another one. And you have to realize that this is over days after days throughout the 5 weeks of the Derby. And we pick up one here and one there. We headed back over to Chappaquiddick, went out onto East Beach and Leland's, got to put our feet up, but fortunately, we put another couple of albies on the beach. One of the spots we like to look for is wherever we can see moving water, where there's a pass or an outlet and the tide flows through. It often pushes a lot of bait on past, and the albies follow the bait. Our friend Alan joined us, and on this particular day, he scored. We were very happy to see another fish get on the beach. It's a beautiful fish, kind of cold, blustery morning, but we kept at it. We spent a lot of hours at each spot hoping to scratch out a fish or two. And then the next day, we headed on back to this same area, picked up another good fish. You can see the smile on our face every time. And then the following morning, we again hopped in the truck, drove across the island back to the Lobsterville area. And Alan again struck pay dirt. You can see him here having a great time with this albie on the beach. This is a wonderful place to hook up with an albie. You have lots of elbow room, a good opportunity of dragging that fish through the wash and right up onto shore. Keep your eye on the rod. Here we come. Another nice fish put on the beach, and another one released and ready to fight another day. Now, the great majority of our fish were caught on either the Hoagie's epoxy jig or the old Maria's jig, which is no longer produced and which the Hoagie mimics and does a pretty fair job. The following day, back at Lobsterville, I was fortunate enough to hook up. It was a good fish. Everyone's a good fish, obviously. And like one of my buddies says, there's always a smile when your line is singing. So finally, on the last day I could fish for the Derby, headed back over to Chappaquiddick, and as it turned out, it was the best morning I had during the whole 5 weeks. Was able to put 6 fish on the beach, and the last one was just over 8 pounds. So it truly was a happy way to end the 2016 Derby.